Lyle? Go ahead, Lyle.
These mics going? Hi, yeah. Well, what we're talking about is syndication, right? There's a variety of ways, producing obviously the press release, and then it's dissemination that we're talking about now. There's ways to do that through real simple syndication, through a blog or through a site. As well, there's a variety of electronic press release companies, PR Web. Up in Canada, there's a variety of different firms as well, and they'll put you up on their index. They'll move you up Google pretty quickly. There's a residual SEO benefit through that. As far as getting that press release into the hands of media, you have to ask yourself, what is the intent? Are you looking for the SEO benefit or for a business benefit to get relevant news into the hands of publishers of newspapers or magazines? You really have to decide what your purpose is on that. If you're doing SEO, a PR Web, or these other electronic wire services, yeah, paid wire services would be your better goal. But if you wanted to get it into newspapers or get it into publishers or decision makers' hands, and you actually get this published by going through a different distribution stream, you get SEO benefits via through mentions in electronic and print media. So you really have to sit down and figure out what is your intent for this release. Is it newsworthy, or is it just for an SEO benefit?
Great, thanks, Lyle. Good question.
Hi, one of the factors on your table was links. How much link is enough, and how fast do you build them? Let's say you're facing with, you only have 1,000 links and your competitor has 10,000 links. I mean, what do you do?
Another good question. You got to work on about 9,100 more links to compete with them. No. Does anybody on the panel want to deal with that one?
Links aren't the end-all, be-all. I've seen many times where you'll have a site that has 1,000 links versus someone that has 9,000 links, and 1,000 links still ranks higher. And that could be for many different factors, and it usually comes down to the content on the website, the good quality content, the number of pages, who has the better navigation, architecture, or programming, what the website is built in. So it really comes down to the combination of factors, and the best thing is for you to really look at the website from all the different aspects, kind of like the chart even that Shawn put up there. If you can really dissect it to see what things they have that you don't. Maybe there is other things that they're doing, blogs, getting more. It could even come down to just the more traffic that's coming to their site as well. So just different various factors, and you want to look at it like more holistically.
Thanks, Melissa. And just to add to that, I mean, depending on the size of your business would require the angle that I'd suggest you approach that with. Obviously, if it was going to take you a ridiculous amount of time to go after 9,000, 10,000 inbound links, that could be a cost prohibitive strategy, at which point, depending on the return on the investment that we would expect you to get, or your SEO or SEM company you're working with, or even yourself, what are you going to get out of it? There might be, as Melissa mentioned, a better tactic on that list of strategies that you could deploy that would be less expensive than just going after that amount of links. And you can do that on a competitive analysis. So get some help with that. It's not just about a shotgun approach. It's really about where is the best ROI going to come off your investment. That's how I've always approached it. Do the research first, don't spend first. Find out what you need to do to get there.
I was also going to say, too, it's much more worth your time to focus on your link strategy of getting your inbound links with the text, the actual keyword text laden in them, versus just trying to get 1,000 links. More. It's more about the quality of the text that's coming from that link that the search engine will be looking at, and the quality of the website that it's actually on.
Great.
Focus on quality, not quantity.
Good question.
I just came into a company that's been online for 11 years, babiesonline.com, for any parents out there. You mentioned limitations on links, like some of the inbound links. I was wondering if you could expand a little bit more on that.
Well, basically for any page on your website, according to Google Webmaster Guidelines, you don't want to have any more than 100 links on any given page. So they don't really say if it's just inbound, outbound, but I'm assuming that's just links on any page.
More like exchange links, and she has them all on one page or the
Yeah.
This is what we're looking at, but there's so many,
Okay.
and I'm trying to decrease them a little bit.
Yeah.
Should they be spread out
Yeah.
along the website, or should she keep them all on one page?
Yeah, if I can, sorry, Melissa, just to jump in, if I could just say, I'd probably suggest, before we really comment too much, is to get it looked at and find out what the value of all those links are. Are they, for example, are you already on page 1, position 1 for the primary keyword that you're targeting?
Yes, we are.
Okay, and then so what's the purpose of cleaning the links up?
Well, I just went through many of the links, but I'm just wondering, you just mentioned the limitations, and I know that I've read a few things. I'm a little new in the SEO
Sure.
world, so
Well,
I was just wondering, if there is this Google command that there is a limit per page.
so I think I'd support what Melissa said there, and then just if I could add to it, if it's not broke, don't fix it. So if you're already there and you're dominating the space until somebody says don't, or you drop because you've got a technique, or look at maybe doing a global audit on your website to find out what's going on.
Does that affect page ranking at all?
It will and can.
How many links are on the page?
We have about 2,000 just on
Yeah.
one page.
Yeah, you would want to break that up and do it by categories. So maybe you'd want to, realistically just look at having 100 links per page. Break it in, make your own mini directory, so you'll have a main links page with your categories.
We have the directory, but
Okay.
again, it's just right there on that one page.
Yeah, I'd recommend breaking it up.
Okay.
And each one of those additional pages, they're eventually going to gain their own PR. And so, and obviously if it's more specified by the category itself, it's more relevant or related to that category, so it's actually going to attract more links, like relevant. So it's going to be better down the long run. You'll still, obviously, it takes a period of time to gain your PR, but it'll be worth it in the long run.
And I'd stay around till the end because we're going to draw for a free audit, which is a great thing to do on that site. Sounds good. Give you a lot of information.